Daniel with FutureMoneyTrends.com. We're here at the Resource Show in San Francisco. A lot of people are concerned about inflation, about fiat currencies. They're looking to commodities as a safe haven. We're here to find out what's going on with the resource sector if you're looking for those undiscovered mining and resource opportunities.
There was a lot of work that needed to be done in order to get the mine running efficiently, and we've achieved that actually ahead of budget. In Q3 we reached full capacity.
We've been in production for a little over a year and just declared commercial production as of June of this year.
A lot of high potential things happening over the next 6 to 12 months for the company.
Now, for all these gold bugs coming to the show today, what is cobalt?
What is cobalt? Well, it's a base metal. It's used primarily in making batteries.
Now, a lot of inflation investors, they're targeting gold, they're targeting silver, oil. Can you tell us a little bit about how potash fits in the inflation portfolio?
You've got food prices. When you're talking about fertilizer, you have to have it in order to grow food. So at the end of the day, people are going to need food. They're going to need fertilizer. The population boom grows. More people, more food's needed. All those things come into play.
Came out with an updated document that said that this is now the largest zinc deposit undeveloped in the world and actually ranks number 2 in overall size in terms of metal content.
We're a junior producer based out of the northeast area of Brazil. We're pouring a feasibility rate of 60,000 ounces a year. We've got just under 40 million in the bank.
How do you feel about the silver price over the next 12 months? Any price targets?
I don't have any targets specifically. There's been so volatile this year in particular, but I think we're probably going to continue to go sideways for a little while, maybe between 30, 35. I guess maybe first quarter of next year, we should see silver start to come back up again, and I could see us getting back to 50 and pushing through 50 sometime in 2012.
So you guys are going to bring a lot of jobs to Portugal?
Correct, yes. So we have very good relationship with the government, and the government are looking to us. They give us all the information, everything we need. If we need the power station, we need the helicopter landing, anything we need, they provide it to us.
And I'm with Jill with First Majestic at the Hard Assets Show. Jill, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
How are your silver sales going here?
Well, every year we just manage never to bring enough. It's great. A lot of people are bullish about the metal, and everybody wants the physical, and so.
Is there an update you want to let us know about what's going on with First Majestic?
End of the year production will be about 7.4 million ounces, and next year we're ramping up our 4th mine, the Del Toro, so that'll also be the 4th producer for the company. It's very exciting. We're increasing our reserves, and be a good year for everyone. If you like silver, we're the company to go to, and 97% of our revenues are to silver. A lot of the companies that say they're silver companies are sometimes 50, 65% silver, and we as a company are the world's purest silver producer as of today.
How do you feel about going forward the next 12 months with the silver price?
We usually go by what the president says. He's not shy of saying it's going to go to at least $60 in 12 to 18 months.
A few years ago when you came here, what was your share price and what's your share price today?
Today we're 14. I think 2 years ago, $5 or $6 maybe.
Thanks so much, Jill.
Thanks, Daniel.
Now, a lot of people here are here to invest in gold and silver. How do you see those markets playing out over the next 12 months with everything going on globally?
As you can see, Europe's falling apart. Here in the U.S., we're printing a lot of dollars. Inflation, as they say, hasn't really kicked in yet. When that velocity of money starts hitting the economy, you're going to see big inflation. Right now, you got gold trading around the fear trade, with gold trading around $1,700. So we're starting at $1,700. Inflation kicks in. I think you'll see gold up in the next 12 months over $2,500.
So the project is in Ireland. You guys are headquartered in Canada?
In Canada, in Toronto. Headquartered in Toronto, but the project is in Northern Ireland, about an hour and a half west of Belfast.
Are there a lot of properties in Northern Ireland?
There's definitely a few, for sure. Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland.
How do you feel about the Hard Assets Show today? A lot of people are saying gold is in a bubble, and there's not that many people at the show today.
I think, it's the recession. People are a little bit scared about putting their money into equities. They're probably taking a lot of their money out of equities, but, if you have the cash, it'd be a good time to pick up some cheap products.
The share price is around 40 to 45 cents.
It's traded down from 90 cents to 18 cents roughly today.
85 cents.
It's around 30 cents.
Once some of the issues get resolved for the better or the worse over in Europe as well as in the States, that we'll start to see a little bit more activity coming into the market, and then that should increase prices overall. But, hold on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
We purchase their ore, and then that ore is weighed and assayed at our plant. We pay the miners 24 hours later for that ore, And it takes us about a week to 10 days to produce that ore, or process that ore into gold bars. Those gold bars are then sold for a profit. This is lower risk.
We think that gold is the basis of the world's currencies. We think that as the world's currencies, as they keep printing world's money, more money, fiat money, the price of gold ultimately will keep going up.
How do you feel about the metal price for the next 12 months?
Gold's going to hit 2,000. That's a given. I'm hearing prices of 4,000, 6,000, 8,000 an ounce. Beyond 2,500 an ounce, I couldn't say. But I think that the juniors are going to come back with a vengeance in 212. Right now we're dealing with a lot of sentiment, okay, which is not fair on us. And also what investors and individuals have to take into consideration. A considerable amount of money now is going to these ETF funds and away from the juniors. But juniors is still one of the best ways to participate in the industry.
We've got 3 mines operating right now in Mexico, and we've got our first open pit mine going into production scheduled for the first quarter of 2012.
On target to meet our 60,000 to 80,000 run rate for next year, gold production. So far, life's good. Selling gold every 2 weeks.
I remember holding those at Mineral Ridge when I went to see the property.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm here with Sandstorm Gold, Sandstorm Metals and Energy. Everybody knows how I feel about this company. If you could just give us an update about both the companies.
Absolutely. So, I mean, combined market cap of both companies is about 650 million. Sandstorm Gold is now about 450 or closer between 450 to 500, and Sandstorm Metals is about 150 million. You know, we've done in both companies 16 deals in the last 2.5 years.
Sir, what's going on with gold and silver right now as far as the markets in Europe?
I think that the markets in Europe are causing all markets to be extremely volatile, and what you're seeing in gold and silver is a function of volatility. It's a function of volatility in 2 ways. The problems with the euro have paradoxically made the US dollar stronger. I guess people are moving from a soft lie, the euro, to a more liquid lie, the dollar. At the same time, the constriction of interbank credit as a consequence of the weakness in European banks has made it more difficult for physical gold and silver hoarders to do so on credit. So the decisions on the sell side are often being made by margin clerks rather than traders, hence the volatility that you're seeing in today's market. Certainly, if you go into a gold trade leveraged long in the futures market with 20% cash down, what you will experience in the next few months is going to be a religious experience, and not of a pleasant kind. If, however, you are a rational, sober speculator who goes into a trade where you can stay the trade and takes advantage of volatility rather than being taken advantage of by volatility, this will represent what is perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
All right, this is Daniel with FutureMoneyTrends.com at the Resource Show. One thing we want to point out before we leave is that when we were looking around at the different name tags on people, the ratio of investors and actual people walking around with that represent mining companies, the mining company representatives far outweigh the investors. So people who are saying gold and silver are in a bubble, I just don't see it. You know, if you go to a gun show or you go to a reptile show or a home show, the halls are crowded with people. Here at the Resource Show, you just aren't seeing that, and this is on a Sunday. So people aren't at work. It's not like it's on a Monday. People just aren't at the show, which is the opposite of a gold bubble.